Now, I'm going to have a little bit of fun at my own expense here. It's about a minute. Kevin and I did a video last week, and it tries to explain what I do. We'll get it up in a few seconds. But basically, I describe what I do as marketing. It will in fact be the last time I describe myself as this. Some of the committee members got together last week, and we've decided that the power team needs enhancing. So I'm just going to take on the role of a graphic designer, and we're going to seriously look at people to come in and do some of the work that I do at the moment. So we're looking for a marketeer, we're looking for a copywriter, and anybody in probably associated trades. So watch this carefully. This is what I do. I'll continue to do it until we actually find some replacements for me. That's it. I'm afraid that's me.
So you think you're a marketing guru?
Don't impress me much.
So you think you're an advertising expert?
Don't impress me much.
So you think you're a graphic design star?
Don't impress me much.
So you think you're an exhibition genius?
Don't impress me much.
Hang on, Barry, that's far too many. This is going to look boring.
You can't say that. I do direct mail, and I do point of sale, and I do PR. I do loads of things.
Don't impress me much.
Okay, so the fancy titles don't impress you. I'm not surprised. You don't need all of this rubbish. Whatever it is, I've been there, I've done it, I've got 40 years of experience marketing the most bizarre, obscure services. All you need is your own clever dick to sort out your marketing problems. All you've got to do is contact me. I look forward to the challenge.
I've got to thank Kevin a lot. I mean, we sat and discussed ideas. He came up with some wonderful solutions to them. And as I said, even marketing could look humorous. Now, the point of that was to say, whatever you do, I can market it. You know, I've got a company here. That's actually about hydraulic attachments for crushing. That logo has appeared on all sorts of things, and if you go to any of the big exhibitions for plant and such like, you'll spot that a mile off. It really does look impressive on their exhibition stand. That was a set of case studies I did. I travelled all over the country showing how the equipment worked. It worked beautifully for that company. It really did. On the other extreme, HM Prisons. This was a battle I had with the Home Office to say how they could use the prisoners to produce goods and sell them. It worked beautifully. That one, that's a weird one. This is a company that has hydraulic bending equipment, and they bend radiators to fit bay windows. You know, I don't care what it is. Motorbike covers, ice cream. I mean, that was a company that phoned me up on Tuesday morning some years back and said, I've got a chance of doing a contract with P&O Ferries for a year. They love my ice cream, they hate my packaging. In the post that morning arrived 6 little tubs, and I was expected to come up with a design and present it on the Friday morning at P&O in Dover. I painted him a country scene. I met the guy in the car park for the first time on the Friday morning outside P&O's offices, and we packed the ice cream in my tubs. And then we rushed into their office, which is a great big open plan office, and we gave it to everybody. We did a tasting. And by the time we got round to the boardroom, and all the board directors were standing there thinking, who is this nutter? We emptied all the ice cream, and we just said to them, they all like it. There's your packaging. Can we have a contract? 10 minutes later, we walked out with the contract. I do training courses. I do magazines. gearbox company. How obscure can you get there? This is a company, they actually work for ZF, who is the 6th biggest automotive company in the world. I did a campaign for them 4 years ago, and I didn't do any work for them for 2 years because the campaign was so successful. And it involved just 6 quarter-page ads. But I had to go at their biggest rival, the company that had invaded their territory. I knew that company's weaknesses, and I did a campaign that absolutely destroyed their client base. This company had so much work for 2 years, I never did any work again for them. It actually doubled their workload. How do you make demolition look interesting? Well, I did it. That magazine is actually now the world leader. It's read by more people around the globe than any other. Gary, you know that one.
I do.
Yeah. This is actually Gary's biggest print job to date. This is the Construction Equipment Association magazine. It came out of the blue, literally dropped on me and said, can you do this? I usually get 2 days to design this, have it proofread and get it into print files. As Gary knows, that the editorial slips one way, the print usually slips the other, and I get sandwiched in the middle. But that's the sort of thing I produce. Hydraulics. God, how the hell do you make the hydraulics interesting? Well, you actually go and you talk to the customers. So rather than doing an ego trip for their head office that actually says, we're good at this, I go and talk to their customers and find out what they're doing with hydraulics. Now, if you look at this one, this involves Warner Brothers films. There's a story on buses in there. There's another one on trains. But the thing is that I actually won my battle with their marketing department to say what you're doing is wrong. This is how you should do it. As a result, that has doubled their client base. Well, you get companies like this. I've only ever done one job for this company. It's a little manufacturing company over in Queenborough. When I went over there, they got immaculate offices, and I looked out the window and the guy said, good, isn't it? I said, yeah, they all seem busy. He said, no, they're not. They're actually clearing up, with the factory. And he said, we know what we're doing, but nobody else does. We want to promote this. And when I produced this brochure for him, he sat there and he read through it, and I got no reaction from him whatsoever. And I thought, damn, I've got this wrong. And he just turned around at the end of it and said, that's an effing fairy tale. That was his exact words from the director. And he said, that's exactly what we want. That company is now so successful, I've never done any more work for them, that's the trouble. I've shot myself in the foot there. I've got loads of things here, it doesn't matter what it is. Where do we go? Cricket videos, there's rare metals, signage. I don't care what you do. I don't care what it is. I can show you a better way of marketing that product. I've got clients that range from hair extensions through to insurance, building products, as I said, hydraulics, all sorts of weird, wonderful things. If I look round here, I don't think there's anybody here I haven't done their business cards for. I haven't done their literature for. All sorts of, there are things like, there's a good example, Mad Cat Breweries. Anybody come across them in Faversham?
Yeah.
Right, I helped them get off the ground. I did a marketing plan for the company. The guy said, we haven't got a corporate image, so I designed that for him. He then said, well, we're going to sell all this stuff. And I said, you can't do it. You're going to fail. And he couldn't understand what I was getting at. And I said, basically, unless you plan out your marketing, you're going to go down the tubes. You're going to spend a lot of money and you can't physically do it. He didn't speak to me for 6 weeks because he was so upset with what I said to him. But after 6 weeks, he came back and said, you're right. The logistics that he worked out actually work, and I can't do what I say I'm going to do. And as a result, we took on another member of staff. That company is now very successful, and if you go down to things like the Hop Festival, you'll see him there. And that's been 10 minutes up. Right, I've totally confused you now. Hopefully entertained you, given you some idea of what to do. Any questions? Excellent. I'll stay there.